the relationship is over. You've moved on. And then, out of nowhere, you see their name on your phone. Today, you will learn how to destroy the hoovering trap with the power of absolute zero. In the dark world of narcissistic abuse, the end is rarely the end. Manipulators do not accept being discarded. They view you as a piece of property, and they believe they have the right to pull you back into their orbit whenever they feel lonely, bored, or low on supply. This tactic is known as hoovering. Like a vacuum cleaner, they try to suck you back into the chaos you worked so hard to escape. They wait until they think your guard is down. They wait until they think you've forgotten the pain. And then, they strike with a calculated, precision-engineered message. The Hoover can take many forms. Sometimes it's the sentimental Hoover. They send a photo of a place you once visited together, or a song that reminded them of you. They are testing your nostalgia. Sometimes it's the fake crisis Hoover. They claim there's an emergency, or they have a health scare, or they just found some of your old things. They are testing your empathy. And sometimes it's the false apology Hoover. They finally say the words you waited years to hear. I finally realize everything I did wrong, and I've changed. They are testing your hope. Before you even think about responding, you must understand the biological warfare happening inside your brain. When that message pops up on your screen, your body instantly releases a massive flood of cortisol and dopamine. This is the activation of the trauma bond. The narcissist has programmed your nervous system to associate their name with both intense danger and desperate relief. They know that your logical mind wants to stay away, but your chemically addicted brain is screaming for a hit. They are not just testing your boundaries, they are exploiting your biology. By understanding that your sudden urge to reply is a chemical withdrawal symptom and not genuine affection, you can detach your logic from your physical reaction. Do not listen to the words. The words are irrelevant. The words are just the cheese in a trap made of rusted iron and broken glass. The only reason they are reaching out is because their current source of supply has dried up, or they are bored and want to see if they still have the power to make you dance. If you reply, even if you reply to tell them to leave you alone, they have won. They have successfully established a line of communication. They have confirmed that they can still reach you. They have restarted the game. When direct contact fails, the master manipulator will deploy their most insidious weapon, the proxy Hoover. In psychology, these third-party agents are known as flying monkeys. They will manipulate a mutual friend, a family member, or a coworker into reaching out to you on their behalf. The proxy will say things like, "I know you two had a bad falling out, but they are really struggling right now." Or, they just want to apologize and clear the air. This is a highly sophisticated trap. It forces you to look like the cruel, unforgiving villain if you refuse to engage. Do not fall for it. The proxy is unknowingly carrying a venomous snake hidden inside a gift box. You must apply the exact same rule of absolute detachment to the proxy. A polite, cold, "I am not discussing this person," followed by immediate silence, is the only acceptable response. The only way to destroy the hoovering trap is to become a complete, impenetrable void. You must practice the discipline of absolute zero. This means that you do not read the message. You do not analyze the hidden meaning behind their emojis. You do not discuss the message with your mutual friends. And most importantly, you do not offer a single word of response. You don't say, "Don't contact me." You don't send an angry emoji. You do not even block them, in a way that shows you were bothered enough to do it. You simply let the message sit there, in the digital ether, unacknowledged and unimportant. Understand the psychological torture this inflicts on a manipulator. When they send a hoovering message, they are in a state of high anticipation. They are checking their phone every 30 seconds. They are imagining your reaction. They expect you to be angry. They expect you to be confused. They expect you to be tempted. When the minutes turn into hours, and the hours turn into days, and absolutely nothing happens, their ego begins to cannibalize itself. The silence is like a physical weight pressing down on them. It forces them to realize that their spell has been broken. It makes them realize that they have become invisible to you. They might escalate the Hoover. If the "I miss you" text didn't work, they might try a "I hate you" text. They might start calling you from unknown numbers. They might even show up at places they know you frequent. This is the extinction burst we've discussed. It is the sound of a parasite starving to death. You must remain a ghost. If they see you, look right through them. If they speak to you, do not hear them. You are no longer on the same frequency as their drama. You have ascended to a reality where they simply do not exist. One of the deadliest illusions that pulls victims back into the hoovering trap is the desperate desire for closure. You want them to finally understand how much they hurt you. You want a genuine apology. You want the story to have a fair, logical ending. The narcissist knows this perfectly. They will dangle the promise of closure like a carrot, offering a coffee meetup or a phone call to finally settle things. Listen to me very carefully. You will never get closure from a predator. Their entire psychological structure is built on denying accountability. If you meet them for closure, you will only receive more gaslighting, more manipulation, and a fresh set of psychological wounds. True closure is not something they give you. True closure is something you give yourself when you accept that they are fundamentally broken, and you walk away into the absolute silence. Many people feel guilty for not responding. They think it's rude or immature. This is your old programming talking. The manipulator counts on your politeness. They count on your desire to be the bigger person. But being the bigger person does not mean standing still while someone tries to stab you again. Being the bigger person means respecting yourself enough to refuse the poison. Silence is not immaturity. Silence is the ultimate boundary. It is the most sophisticated form of communication because it says, without a single sound, you are no longer worth the air it takes to speak. Destroying the hoovering trap is the final test of your sovereignty. It is the moment you prove, once and for all, that you have reclaimed your time and your energy. When you can see their name on a screen and feel absolutely zero spike in your heart rate, when you can delete the message without even reading it, you have won. You have turned their vacuum into a black hole that will eventually swallow their own ego. Stay silent. Stay unreachable. Stay free. The Hoover has no power over the void.